Welcome to Beat, Feet, Retreat Military History. Today, I have a gorgeous example of a Sauer 38H to break down for you. There was about 200 to 250,000 of these produced. Immensely popular with tank crewmen, police officers, and the Luftwaffe. Luftwaffe pilots as well as crewmen loved this gun due to its compact nature. This is a near perfect example. It's pretty minty, and we're going to break it down for you. The 38H is kind of an obscure pistol. Like not really a lot of people, know about it, and it's kind of strange to me because it's a very, visually appealing weapon, and it's just not as iconic as the Walther PPK. But if you're in the market for one of these, one of the things to denote is that these grips are usually always cracked. It's because they're made out of an early Bakelite, and these screws, trying to think of the depression where the screw goes into, it gets kind of worn after a while, and these grips will start sliding on you. So if you pick one of these up and the grips slide around, that's pretty normal. So if you're in the collector's market or you're just trying to pick one of these up, there's three distinctive models you can really look for and kind of gauge the period that this came out of. The first model will say JP, Sauer Sohn, and the caliber right here on the slide. That's your, late 30s, early 30s range. And then you have your second model, which is what this is, where it will just say the caliber, and it'll also have the safety. The third model, the last ditch model, does not have a safety. And, as a rule of thumb, if you're collecting, really any Second World War weapon where it's Axis, they get simpler, as the war goes on, because they're just trying to get these weapons out here as fast as they can. It's you can kind of think of the Kar 98K, which is a very popular weapon that I'm sure many of you know, but the Kar 98K, they actually discontinued the cleaning rod because so many guys were dying so quickly. So, economically it didn't make any sense for them to put a cleaning rod on the weapon if they're going to die so quickly. But that's the same for pistols, but maybe not to that degree. But these guns get simpler as they go on in time. The H in 38H, so this is the Sauer 38H. The H denotes Hahn, which is the German word for hammer. And I've seen some videos where they say it's for Heer. That's not necessarily true. You can look at the proof marks on this and determine where it went. So, the big ones were the police and the Luftwaffe. This is probably the safest German handgun you're ever going to buy because there's a shitload of safeties. This has a mag safety, so if you take the mag out, not firing. It has a slide safety, not firing. And it's also double and single action, so if you have that in double action, the trigger pulls hard as fuck. Well, thank you for joining us on Beat, Feet, and Retreat Military History. I am just so excited to show my passion for military history with y'all. We'll probably have our next video up in a week or two. There's no specific date. We're just getting started, so, it is what it is. We're just going to go with the flow, but there's definitely more where this came from, and, guns aren't necessarily my forte. I'm more of a uniform and military history guy. So in the future, we're going to do some movie reviews for you. We're going to have some other stuff going on. If you want to see something or hear something, please comment. If you did not like this video, also dislike it, but please comment so we know how to get better and how to improve. But thank you, and I appreciate you listening to me.